Hello and good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. PC Monk here with another Bitcoin video. Obviously, yesterday's video went very well. Um, I don't know. I'm upset because I was kind of yesterday. I was sleepy when I started streaming, and how many times I've talked about this 4 hour? How many times I said it's gonna do a double bottom, right? Look what happened yesterday after the CPI double bottom. All right, so what happened to me was I had an order here. It was a very big order. All right, for my equity, it was a very big order, and I was sleepy, so I was putting stop loss, and accidentally I put my TP at 10% instead of the stop loss. So like it gets there, and I'm happy and everything, and then as soon as it gets there, I'm out. I'm like, well, my stop loss didn't hit, and then I take a look at it. It was like a 10% profit instead of all of this. Anyway, I'm upset, but it is what it is. I think it could come here again. It could come to retest this volume imbalance to see if it's all taken, just to retest it. Um, or I mean, I think we're gonna come down a little bit more around here just to retest it, or we're gonna push it up. We're gonna push it up. Now, pushing it up, there's this golden pocket could act as a resistance. We have to take a look at that. Keep in mind, we had this descending wedge too, descending broadening wedge. It was playing perfectly until here, right? Until here, which this resistance jump into and play a game. Sorry, play a role here, and then we get this. So either this is like a slow consolidation today, doing something like this, you know, we could see something like this. This could be for today. This could be for multiple days. We consolidate here with a couple of wicks to the upside, couple of wicks to the downside. I hope it's not going to be one of those. I hope this picks up in volatility. Nonetheless, I think we're going to come down first a little bit. Now, if I want to talk about the lower time frame on this chart, uh, we could see that there's a volume imbalance here on the lower time frame, and there's a volume imbalance here. So we could fill any of these. It could fill this. It could come out and fill this. It could come down and right around this mid area. I'm rooting for 34,699. I'm rooting for 34,699. So I'm rooting for somewhere around the bottom of this rectangle. Okay. If it hits here, I'll be filled. It could come back and then push it back up. Nonetheless, right now I feel like it's a little bit pumpy. I feel like it's a little bit pumpy, and this was just a liquidity grab to push it back up. And if that's correct, then we'll have to see if that happens. And BTCD dropped yesterday. As I mean, it was dropping for a long time, but yesterday it dropped. And one more thing, Dixie dropped. Dixie came to where we wanted it a long time ago. A long time ago. I wanted it at 104 around here. It gave me, or 104 yesterday on the CPI. So if this is the case, if this is CPI, we'll have to see what happens. All right, and VIX, it's not picking up on volatility. SVX though yesterday consolidated. It really didn't do anything. Went up a little bit, hold at the top. That was it. Did nothing. And so for Bitcoin, I'm just gonna conclude and end the video, guys. 5 minutes video, is that even possible? I'm not taking a look at anything other than my own chart these days. Anything other than my own chart. So over 1 hour, we could take a look that this could come down. Just as another liquidity grab to all the people that had their longs around here, like me, like me. Shake them out and then come back up and push it. I mean, we are holding below this descending broadening wedge, but I feel like it's going to come up to it. I feel like it's going to come up to it, which is then 36,500 around there, consolidate and push it back higher for the higher liquidity to be grabbed around 38K, 37.7, around these places. When we come up, obviously we do have to take this out first, but this is the big one. Okay, this is where the struggle happens, and If you take down at the top, we could see higher prices. We could see higher prices. But my guess is we could just come to this Fibonacci level. We could just come to this Fibonacci level. To the downside, though, there's still this fib to this fib remains. So maybe it wants to pick another leg up and then push it back higher. That could be a possibility, but I think it's lower now. Since we hold it here, it's a lower that we could come here. We could though, but I think it's lower. I think it's gonna dump a little bit closer to this one at the low of this and pick it back up. And that's for this chart with the volume imbalance, everything. With the trend lines chart, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. So we see these two. I want to put these in play. So this is the first one, and this is the second one. I'm gonna change this to here, right here. So I think it's gonna do on the trend lines. It's doing a range into this, like an upward parallel channel. That makes sense. If that makes sense, and that is if it holds here. It could wick down though, but it needs to come back up and hold here, right? And we've seen that none of these played out. We just sliced through it, but then we hold at these. I mean, whichever level you want to take. Here, I'm gonna remove this. I'm removing a lot of lines these days, guys. If you noticed. All right, let me remove this and this too. But yeah, so this looks like that. To the top on the trend lines, we do have to break this range. When this range is broken, we're talking about this area. After that range is broken, we're talking about this area, which is 37,400. So first break 36,700, then come to 37,400, 37,700, essentially the top. If the top gets broken, then you could say hello to 43K. 40K, 43K. I got it on the other chart. Right here. Right here. What is this? Yeah, say hello to this area. If this area gets broken, you could see a surge into price. I mean, CPI was lower. Core price inflation was lower, so we really don't know what's happening. When it's lower, Bitcoin goes down. When it's higher, Bitcoin goes up. It's literally vice versa. It's literally vice versa. But what a double bottom here. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Talked about everything. If Dixie continues to go down, um, maybe we get another pump. Maybe. But keep in mind, Dixie is against a couple of basket of indices. It's not only SPX. So, all right, thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, stay green. I've talked about the up, I've talked about the down, and I think that's it. I'm gonna conclude the video right here. Uh, Please join my streams if you like to, say hello to me and watch my face, if that's what you're coming for. And we could do, we could talk about coins and everything. And thanks for your support over my YouTube and the trading view, all the boosts, all the comments, and everything. I appreciate them all. Thank you. Bye bye.